My beloved child, listen to me right now. I see how hard you've been trying. I see the nights you lie awake replaying numbers in your mind. Bills, deadlines, responsibilities, the weight of being the one who has to make it work. I see the smile you put on for everyone else while your heart whispers, I can't fail. I have to earn more. I have to catch up. I see it all. And I'm calling you to pause. Not to shame you, but to free you. Don't chase money anymore, my child. Don't let it pull you like an invisible rope until your peace is gone, your joy is drained, and your soul becomes tired from running after something that never says enough. Because money will always demand more. It will keep promising you safety while quietly stealing your rest. It will keep saying, just a little more, and then you'll be okay, and you'll run and run until you forget who you are and why I created you. Hear me clearly. I am not against you having provision. I am not pleased when you suffer. I am not calling you to laziness or escape from responsibility, but I am calling you out of bondage. I am calling you out of fear. I am calling you out of a life where money sits on a throne that belongs to me alone, because I want you free. Your peace is not found in a number. Your security is not found in an account. Your future is not held together by your anxiety. Your life is held together by me. So I'm speaking to the part of you that feels pressured, pressed by time, pressed by comparisons, pressed by expectations. I'm speaking to the part of you that feels like you're behind, like everyone else is passing you, like you have to prove something just to breathe. Come closer, look at me, and let my words settle your heart. But seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. Matthew 6:33. Do you hear that, my child? Seek first, not after you're burned out, not after you've sacrificed your health, not after you've lost your family's laughter, not after you've broken yourself trying to become enough. First, because when you chase my will, you stop running in circles. When you pursue my voice, you stop chasing shadows. When you put me first, your work becomes purposeful instead of panicked. Your effort becomes steady instead of desperate. Your steps become guided instead of random. I will teach you how to build without being consumed. I will teach you how to earn without being owned. I will teach you how to prosper without losing your soul. But you must hear this: money is a tool, not a master. It is a servant, not a savior. It can come and go in a moment, but I remain. And if you build your life on what can be taken, your heart will always tremble. But if you build your life on me, you will stand even when the winds rise. So let me speak to your fear directly. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41:10. My beloved child, you have heard me. Now let me go deeper, because I am not only speaking to what you do, I am speaking to what has been driving you. You didn't start chasing money because you're greedy. Many of you started because you were scared. You were trying to survive. You were trying to be responsible. You were trying to protect your family, to make sure you would never go back to the pain you once knew. And I do not ignore that. I do not belittle that. I do not stand far away from you and watch you struggle with folded arms. I am the God who steps into the room where you cry in silence. I am the Father who knows the thoughts you never say out loud. I know the pressure that sits on your chest when you wake up. I know the heaviness you carry when you feel like you're behind. I know the fear that tells you, if you don't push harder, everything will fall apart. But hear me. Fear is not your leader. Fear is not your counselor. Fear is not your master. Because when fear becomes the engine, even blessings become burdens. Even opportunities become chains. Even success becomes a prison. Some of you have been working with a tight jaw and a tight chest, always counting, always calculating, always worrying. You have been trying to control what I never asked you to carry, and the enemy loves it when you live like that, because he doesn't have to destroy you all at once. He only has to keep you exhausted. He only has to keep you distracted. He only has to keep you chasing something that cannot love you back. So I am calling you out of that cycle. I am telling you the truth. Money will never heal what fear has wounded. Money will never fill what insecurity has emptied. Money will never silence the ache that comes from living without direction. And I know you've told yourself, if I could just get stable, if I could just pay everything off, if I could just make enough, then I'll finally breathe. But I am telling you, child, if you learn to breathe only when you have enough, you will spend your whole life holding your breath, because the world will always move the finish line. That is why I want to teach you something deeper than income. I want to teach you trust. I want to teach you peace. I want to teach you how to live without panic. I want to give you rest even before the answer arrives. So come to me with the weight. Come to me with the anxiety. Come to me with the what-if thoughts. Stop rehearsing your worst-case scenario as if it is prophecy. Stop punishing yourself with tomorrow's fears. I am already in your tomorrow, and I am not defeated there. Listen to my word, and let it calm the storm inside you. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds. Philippians 4:6-7. Do you hear what I said? Guard your heart. Guard your mind. Not with more money. Not with more control. Not with more sleepless nights, but with my peace. You were never meant to be your own savior. You were never meant to carry the whole world on your shoulders. You were meant to walk with me. And now let me speak to something else. The hidden identity you've been building. Some of you have attached your worth to your income. You don't say it out loud, but you feel it. When you earn more, you feel valuable. When you struggle, you feel ashamed. When you succeed, you feel seen. When you fail, you feel small. And you've been living on an emotional roller coaster because you've been letting your financial season tell you who you are. Whoa, but I did not name you based on your bank account. I did not call you beloved because of what you produced. I did not choose you because of what you achieved. You are mine because I wanted you. You are mine because I love you. You are mine because I paid for you. Not with silver, not with gold, but with blood. I know the world tries to measure you. I know it ranks you, compares you, labels you. I know it whispers, you are only as good as what you can show. But I am not like the world. I am your father, and a father does not love his child because the child performed well. A father loves because the child is his. So I am peeling off the heavy costumes you've been wearing, trying to look strong, trying to look successful, trying to look unbothered. I am removing that false identity that says, I am what I earn. No, child. You are who I say you are. And my word says this, see what kind of love the Father has given to us, that we should be called children of God. And so we are. 1 John 3:1. So you are not worthless because you're in debt. You are not forgotten because you're rebuilding. You are not less than because you're starting over. You are not behind because your path looks different. I can restore what was lost. I can multiply what seems small. I can open doors you didn't even know existed. But before I give you more in your hands, I want to heal what is happening in your heart. So what is happening in your heart? Because if your heart is wounded, even abundance will become anxiety. If your mind is untrained, even provision will become pressure. So I am healing you from the inside. I am teaching you how to be steady. I am teaching you how to move without panic. I am teaching you how to trust me even while you work. And now I will correct the throne. There are two kingdoms speaking to you every day. One says, chase more. The other says, follow me. One says, hurry. The other says, rest in my timing. One says, you're not safe yet. The other says, I am your refuge, and you cannot serve two masters without being torn inside. That is why your soul has felt divided, because you have been trying to hold my hand while still holding tightly to the fear of lack. But I am not asking you to ignore wisdom. I am asking you to shift your worship. Money is not your master. Money is not your God. Money is not your security. It is a tool, a resource, a servant. It comes and it goes. But I am the source that remains. So I am telling you with love, stop bowing to what cannot save you. Do you think I don't know what you need? Do you think I don't see the bills on your table? Do you think I don't understand rent, groceries, school fees, medical costs, responsibilities? I am not a distant God. I am not surprised by your needs. I am not intimidated by your reality, but I will not let you put your faith in a fragile thing. Because if you build your peace on money, you will be terrified whenever it shakes. But if you build your peace on me, you can stand in any season. And I have told you plainly, no one can serve two masters. You cannot serve God and money. Matthew 6:24. I am not saying that money is evil. I am saying that money is a terrible god. It cannot comfort you. It cannot lead you. It cannot forgive you. It cannot heal you. It cannot forbiz you eternity. It cannot hold you when you break. It cannot speak life into your bones. It can only buy things. And even then, it cannot buy what your soul is truly starving for. But I can. So here is what I want you to do, my child. And I want you to do it gently, without fear, without shame. I want you to release the chase, not the work, not the responsibility, not the discipline, but the chase, that frantic, restless, desperate reaching that says, if I don't get this, I won't be okay. Come back to me. Bring me your goals. Yes. Bring me your plans. Yes. Bring me your dreams. Yes. But place them in my hands, not on my throne. Because when you chase my will, you do not lose what you need. You gain what you were created for. And when your life is aligned with me, provision becomes a result, not a god. Peace becomes your portion, not your reward for finally earning enough. And even before the numbers change, you will feel something shift. You will breathe again. You will sleep again. You will smile again, because you will remember this. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are not fighting for your life by yourself. I am with you, and I am not just calling you away from chasing money. I am calling you into my will, where your steps are steady, your heart is guarded, and your life is filled with purpose that cannot be shaken. If you want, I'll continue with the next sections, where God begins to show how to chase His will practically, what obedience looks like day to day, how He guides decisions, how to recognize His voice, and how provision follows purpose. Yes, my child. Now I will show you the path forward, because I am not only calling you away from the chase, I am calling you into alignment, I am not only taking something out of your hands, I am placing something into your heart, direction, wisdom, and a peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. So listen closely. These next steps are not complicated, but they are sacred, and they will change the way you live, the way you work, and the way you walk through every financial season. First, I will teach you to recognize my voice again. You have been surrounded by so many voices, deadlines, pressure, trends, opinions, fear, and the noise of constant comparison. You scroll and you listen, and you absorb until your spirit feels crowded. And when your spirit is crowded, it becomes harder to hear me clearly. But I have not stopped speaking. I have been speaking in the quiet moments you rush past. I have been speaking through conviction, through peace, through the gentle restraint you feel when something is not right, through the stirring you feel when something is truly yours. I have been speaking through my word, through wise counsel, and through the doors that open with no striving. Some of you keep asking me for a sign, but I have already given you my spirit. And my spirit is not confusion. I do not lead my children with panic. I do not guide you through dread. I do not push you into decisions that rob you of integrity. The enemy drives you. I lead you. The enemy shouts. I speak with clarity and peace. So I am calling you to slow down long enough to listen, not just when you're desperate, not just when you're at the edge, but daily. Come to me before you run to the world. Come to me before you open your phone. Come to me before you start negotiating your worth with the opinions of people. Because when you can hear me, you won't waste years chasing what was never meant for you. And here is what I promise you. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. John 10:27. Do you see that, my child? Hear and follow. That means I am not hiding from you. That means I am not playing games with your destiny. That means you are not abandoned to guess your way through life. You belong to me, and I will lead you. But I must warn you with love. If you ignore my voice long enough, you will start calling the world's noise wisdom. And you will mistake urgency for instruction. You will mistake pressure for purpose. You will mistake a door that looks profitable for a door that is actually mine. So I am teaching you to listen again, so you don't confuse opportunity with assignment. Now, once you begin to hear me, I will teach you what obedience looks like in real life. Obedience is not just church language. My child, obedience is a daily decision to trust me more than you trust your fear. It is choosing the right thing even when it costs you something. It is walking away from shortcuts, even when you feel behind. It is saying no to the deal that would stain your conscience. It is refusing to compromise your character for temporary gain. Because I do not bless what destroys you. I will not hand you a harvest that poisons your heart. And yes, some of you could get money faster if you lie. Some of you could climb higher if you betray. Some of you could win quicker if you cut corners. But you would lose yourself. And I love you too much to let you build a future on a foundation that cannot hold. I want you to understand this. My will is not only about where you go, it's about who you become while you're going there. Because the greatest blessing I can give you is not just provision, it is transformation. Some of you keep asking me to increase your income, but I am trying to increase your wisdom. Some of you are asking me to open doors, but I am trying to strengthen your discernment. Some of you are asking me for speed, but I am trying to teach you stability. You say, Lord, give me more, and I say, child, let me make you ready. Because if I give you what you are not prepared to steward, it will not bless you, it will break you. So obedience matters, not because I want to control you, but because I want to protect you, and I want to build a life in you that the enemy cannot steal from. Listen to me. If you are faithful in little, you will be faithful in much. Luke 16:10. That verse is not punishment, my child. It is training. It is love. It is me telling you, let me teach you how to carry the weight of blessing without losing your humility, your peace, your family, your health, and your soul. So I will ask you to be faithful when it is small, faithful when nobody applauds, faithful when it's slow, faithful when it doesn't look impressive, faithful when you want to quit. Because what you call little, I call foundation, and the foundation is everything. Now, let me take you into the next step because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, okay, God, but how will I know I'm actually walking in your will? How do I move forward without chasing money? Listen, my child. My will is not a mystery you must fear. It is a relationship you must enter. And one of the clearest signs that you are walking in my will is this. Your priorities begin to shift. When I become first, you stop making choices based only on what pays the most. You begin to choose what aligns with your purpose. You begin to value peace. You begin to value integrity. You begin to value presence over performance. You begin to value becoming whole, not just becoming wealthy. You stop asking, how much will this make me? And you start asking, who will this make me? What will it do to my spirit? What will it do to my family? What will it do to my relationship with God? Because a good opportunity can still be a trap. A high-paying path can still be a prison. A successful season can still leave you empty if I was never in it. So I will teach you to measure success the way heaven measures it, not by applause, not by the size of your house, not by your titles, but by peace, by obedience, by fruit, and by love. And I want you to know something that will quiet your striving. I do not need you to chase money to provide for you. I can provide for you through wisdom. I can provide for you through favor. I can provide for you through strategy. I can provide for you through connections you didn't plan. I can provide for you through doors that open at the right time. I can provide for you by keeping you from what would have cost you everything. And I can provide for you by redirecting you away from paths that look good but lead to loss. Because I am not just a God who gives. I am a God who guides. So here is my promise to you, one that will anchor you when you feel uncertain. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. Do you see it, my child? Direct your paths, not confuse you, not abandon you, not mock you. Direct you. But I must also warn you with love. If you keep leaning on your own understanding, you will keep repeating the same anxious patterns. If you keep acknowledging me only after you've already decided, you will keep calling your own plan my will. I am asking you to acknowledge me first, before you sign, before you commit, before you say yes, before you step into something that looks shiny but isn't safe. And this is where many of my children struggle. You want my blessing, but you don't want my guidance. You want my favor, but you don't want my timing. You want my provision, but you don't want my process. But child, my process is part of my protection. So I will speak to you frankly. Stop rushing. Stop forcing. Stop using pressure as proof. If it is mine, it will not require you to lose your soul to obtain it. If it is mine, it will not demand that you compromise your values. If it is mine, it will not trap you in constant fear. Yes, you will work. Yes, you will stretch. Yes, you will grow. But you will not be destroyed. You will not become a stranger to yourself. You will not lose your intimacy with me, because my will never competes with my presence. And now I want you to take a breath, because I am not just giving you instruction. I am giving you comfort. You have been trying to figure everything out alone, but you were never meant to. So I am telling you again, softly, clearly, powerfully, come to me first. Listen to my voice. Obey what I show you. Let your priorities align with heaven, and trust me to direct your steps. You don't have to chase money to be taken care of. You only have to chase me. And as you do, you will find that provision is not something you fight for. Provision is something I release when your life is aligned with my will, because I am your Father, and I do not abandon my children. If you want, I can continue next by writing the next movement. How God teaches you stewardship, handling money wisely without fear, how to break the spirit of comparison, and how to step into peaceful prosperity without losing your soul, still in this same God-speaking tone, with one verse per section. Yes, my child. Now let me teach you what happens when you stop chasing money and start walking with me, because I do not only want to give you provision, I want to give you wisdom. I want to give you a life that can hold the blessing without collapsing under it. And this is where many fall. They ask for increase, but they do not ask for understanding. They pray for overflow, but they do not prepare their hands to steward it. So listen to me with an open heart. I will teach you stewardship, because what I place in your life is not meant to be wasted, feared, or worshipped. I am not only watching what you have, I am watching how you handle it. When you spend without thought, when you give without discernment, when you neglect planning and call it faith, you will always feel unstable, even if your income rises. But when you honor me with wisdom, peace follows. You don't have to be rich to be a good steward. You only have to be faithful. Faithful. Faithful with what is in your hands today. Faithful with the little budget. Faithful with the small paycheck. Faithful with the simple habits. Because I can build a future through small obedience. And I remind you, the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. Proverbs 21:5. Do you hear me? Diligence. Planning. Consistency. Not panic. Not impulse. Not desperate spending to soothe a wounded heart. Some of you have been using money as comfort because you have not let me comfort you. But I am here now, and I can heal what shopping cannot. I can satisfy what buying cannot. Now, let me speak about the hustle you've been living in. Some of you are addicted to striving. Even when you call it ambition, you stay busy because quiet makes you uncomfortable. You keep moving because stopping makes you face the fear inside. You work harder and harder, not because you love the work, but because you're afraid that if you slow down, you will fall behind. But my child, you are not a machine. You are my beloved. And I did not create you to be crushed by your own schedule. If your whole life is built on anxiety, you will call exhaustion success. But I do not measure success that way. I am calling you back to rest, because rest is not weakness. Rest is trust. Rest is you declaring, God is still God even when I stop. So come to me, not just when you're broken, but before you break. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. Yes, I will give you rest. Not only sleep, not only a day off, but rest in your soul. The kind of rest that lets you breathe even while you're building. The kind of rest that keeps your heart soft even while you're working. And hear my warning. Because I love you, if you keep living in the hustle of fear, you will gain money and lose yourself. You will gain achievements and lose your joy. You will gain applause and lose your peace. And none of that is worth your soul. Now let me correct another misunderstanding. Some of you think I am against prosperity. You think holiness means lack. You think my will means struggle forever. No, my child. I can bless you. I can elevate you. I can increase you. But my blessing will never require you to become someone you hate. I can prosper you without consuming you. I can give you more without making you proud. I can place wealth in your hands without letting it poison your heart. If you stay close to me, because true prosperity is not just what you have, it is who you are when you have it. And my word says, the blessing of the Lord makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Proverbs 10:22. Do you see that? No sorrow with it. Not the sorrow of regret. Not the sorrow of compromise. Not the sorrow of losing your family. Not the sorrow of losing your integrity. My blessings do not come with chains, but the world's success often does. So I must teach you to redefine success. Success is not just money. Success is not just status. Success is not proving people wrong. Success is not looking impressive while feeling empty. The world will clap for you while you are dying inside. The world will celebrate you while your soul is starving. But I measure success differently. I call you successful when you obey me. I call you successful when you walk in peace. I call you successful when your home is filled with love, not constant stress. I call you successful when you are generous without pride. I call you successful when you can say no to what is wrong, even if it pays. Because what will it profit you to gain everything and lose the very thing that makes you alive? For what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and forfeits his soul? Mark 8:36. My child, you are worth more than a lifestyle. You are worth more than a salary. You are worth more than a temporary season of comfort. I did not create you just to survive and consume. I created you to shine, to love, to build what matters, to carry my presence into the world. So now I bring you to this moment, the moment of surrender. Not surrender as defeat, surrender as freedom. Put down the pressure, put down the comparison, put down the fear that says you must control everything, and place your life back into my hands. I am not asking you to stop working. I am asking you to stop worshiping the outcome. I am asking you to stop letting money determine your mood, your worth, your decisions, and your identity. Choose me first, and watch what I do. And I will speak this promise over you, because you need to hear it, like a father speaking over his child. And my God will supply every need of yours according to his riches in glory in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:19. Yes, I will supply, I will guide, I will strengthen. I will open doors that no one can shut. I will teach you what to do with what you have. I will give you wisdom when you ask. I will calm your heart when the numbers look impossible, and I will not fail you. So take my hand, breathe again, and walk with me. Because you were never meant to chase money. You were meant to chase my will and live in the peace of my care.